All right, YouTube. Of course, you are up first. The rest are going to follow you very shortly.
There was a time when the world turned their back on men. Men with the greed and savage urges of the legions compelled by passion knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being
I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of the masculine feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot in a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clement, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power play goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Cave Crew Radio is the name of the show. Great to have everybody here. This is episode 26 of 2K17. That's not episode 26. It's like 132, but 26 of this season. My name's DK. Because of this hot weather, I am more parched than a fish in the Sahara Desert. But beyond that fact, I want to bring back, welcome back, after a very short vacation. It wasn't that long. In Mystic, Connecticut, like a Stephen King novel. Here is your Sir.
That's right. I am back, Sir Big B, live from Queens, New York, and yeah, had a kind of sort of relaxing vacation. It's one of those vacations where you need a vacation from your vacation.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah. It was almost like I was in Saigon in 1968. It was so fucking humid.
Been to Saigon in 1968.
It was so fucking humid the entire week. You have a picture of me at the driving range.
I'm trying to find it right now. I'm not having
looking at shower beer. Yeah, you have a picture of me at the driving range, and I remember that day we played mini golf in the morning, and then as part of the complex they have a driving range, so I went out to the driving range, and just standing out there, I was drenched in sweat.
I think I have.
There it is.
Okay, let me bring it on Big Cam. I lost the one that Stu did a whole great. Should we bring Stu in real quick? Hang on, don't do it yet.
Okay.
Let's get him on camera. I haven't done this fancy thing for a while, so wait a minute. So Sir Big B is going to bring someone in here.
I do think I hear London calling. London, are you there?
Got no fucking audio again. Hello, get your pen and paper out. Stu fell asleep again. Fuck's sakes.
I see him waving.
Oh, hello, everyone. This is London calling. I have on mute there.
I'm here. Listen, I have to tell you about...
I'm here, yeah. Hello.
Before we go back to Big B's story, I have to tell you how advanced we are. If I want to, I don't have to hear you. So if you're like peeing in the corner in a bucket or something, we can mute you out. So don't sabotage yourself.
I just muted it temporarily, but hello everyone. Really pleased to be here. Glad to see Big B back in the chair, and always glad to see DK there. Good evening, everyone.
Listen, we're in the middle of a conversation. We're going to bring you in. That's why we brought you in here. We'll talk about your funky hat and what happened to your light bulb after this story. Anyway, so Big B, sorry to interrupt, but Stu might have something to ask about this too. So here is Big B. Go ahead.
So this is me at the driving range portion. We had finished our mini golf game, and we went over to the driving range portion. Now, as you can see in the picture, I swing left-handed. All of these things, all these setups there,
yes,
have. If you look on the differently green part, you'll see a white lid towards the back. You dump all the golf balls in there, and then a tee automatically pops up with the ball on it. That's for right-handed people. I'm left-handed, so I didn't have a tee or anything. I just set the ball on the ground and was hitting ground balls out. It was ridiculous.
That's called chipping.
But I'm not supposed to chip at a driving range.
True enough. But you're telling me these fucking things pop right out of the ground?
Yeah, if you look to the left of me, the person on the left hand side of the picture, that's actually my son. So you see where his golf club head is, that little opening in the grass. The tee pops up from that opening with a ball on top of it. As long as you put the balls in the lower part and you hit the program on the side, and every time a ball leaves the tee, it goes back down. Another one loads on, and you hit it out like that.
So not just the fucking tee comes out. There's a ball on top of the tee.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to fucking reach in the basket, bend down, and put your ball up.
No. Well, I do because I'm left-handed.
You just push the button and the tee comes out of the grid. Like, turn around.
What am I gonna hit the glass?
What glass? Where's clear glass?
Behind me. What's to the back of me? Like, you see the field out in the front where you hit the ball.
Yes.
Behind me is the building, the fucking driving range building where you walk in and they sell all the golf gear. And
you're misunderstanding me. I'm not telling you to turn around and hit the building. I'm saying, can't you reach behind you, push the button? The tea will come up for you. Like, you've even got a fucking sip. You don't even have a beer in your cup holder there.
It was like 10 o'clock in the morning. I was sweating like I was fucking in Cambodia. Come on now.
A Cambodian robot driver.
Holy shit. It was so fucking, I was drenched in sweat in this picture. And I was just standing there.
A Cambodian robot driving range. I'll come back to that later.
Oh man. And when we got there, we rented we rented a cabin in a campground. It's a family campground where people have all their RVs set up and all this stuff. So we rented a cabin. It was right on a river. It was really nice, scenically. We go into the cabin.
Can I remove this picture?
You can do whatever you wish.
Well, I'm just thinking of you, and I'm wondering where the fan was. That was my last question. Like, you'd think you would have a fan.
There was no fan. It was just heat and humidity.
My camera's gone.
Okay. It was like 18,000% humidity at 106 degrees. But when we get
the same way in New York City and in Windsor, Ontario, Canada, at least you were on fucking vacation.
Yes, I was sweating on vacation. That doesn't make it any better.
Yeah, no, didn't you have air conditioning in the hotel?
We did. We weren't in a hotel.
Well, that cabin you had.
We stayed in a cabin. Now the cabin had air conditioning, which was good. But when we go into the cabin, both me and my wife were expecting 2 bedrooms. We thought we had rented a 2-bedroom cabin. What was there was the living room / kitchen, a small bedroom, and a bathroom. The small bedroom had a bunk bed set up. Now, the bottom bunk, if you're laying on the mattress on the bottom bunk, the top bunk is about 3 inches from your head. And if you're laying on the top bunk, the ceiling, because it's pitched, is about 1.5 inches from your head. I don't know how fucking people are sleeping on this. So what we had to do every night was pull the mattress off, and the mattress was about as thick as the keyboard, and it was just springs. It was metal. It was a metal spring as thick as the fucking keyboard, and we're laying on the floor, sleeping on the floor. My son is sleeping on the futon next to us, which was awful to begin with, and our baby was sleeping in between us on the keyboard thin mattress. So that was fun. I woke up in pain every single day. It took me 1.5 hours to fucking straighten up. I was crippled for most of the morning.
It definitely wasn't as good as the Hamptons, right? The one when you went to the Hamptons.
We didn't go to the Hamptons.
Well, wherever you went up the Jersey Shore there the last time, you were in the lap of luxury.
Well, no, last year we went to Maine. The year before that, we went to Cape Cod.
Now, see, this is how long we've been on air, because Cape Cod is the one I'm talking about, and you were in big man. You probably get a sore back walking to get the mail.
Okay, yeah, Cape Cod was nice. Maine was real nice too. This year it was the area was nice, but holy shit, I probably slept for about 4 hours the entire week. I couldn't fucking sleep. My back was killing me. I was literally hunched in a corner every morning trying to get up and take a shower. It was like the fucking hunchback from Notre Dame.
Yeah, you went fucking golfing.
I did. We went to the Mystic Seaport. We went to the Mystic Aquarium where my son pet a shark and some stingrays.
Like he pet a shark or like a beluga whale or something?
No, my son pet a shark.
Wow.
There was a huge whale tank, so you could see, you could walk down and see the whales swimming. And then there was a touch tank where stingrays would come up and let you pet them.
We did that before. We've done that in Florida. That's kind of cool. I don't think they're real stingrays though, because wouldn't they sting you?
Well, no, they don't really sting people. I mean, what's his name? Fucking that dude. I forget his name. The crocodile hunter got killed by a stingray.
The guy you call that a knife?
Yeah, like 4 people a year get killed by a stingray, and this dumbass was one of them. But no, they actually like to be petted. We were by one that didn't want to leave us. We were petting it, and it just kept fucking swimming there. It was like fucking having a cerebral palsy attack in the fucking corner of the pool, sitting while we're petting him, and he's shaking like fucking going nuts. Then we went to the seaport. We went on the ships, took a tour of the old like pirate ships and whatnot, and walked around the old Mystic Village.
Is that like a Stephen King novel?
No, that was. It was just an old fishing village, like from back in the 1800s. There wasn't really anything, boggy or mysterious about it. It was just an old. It was a seaport. It was a little seaport town from the 1800s.
And we'll let Stu ring on this because I'm really interested about zoos in England. But I would say. Suck up the fucking back pain, and there's one off your bucket list. And it was probably great for the kids.
Back pain?
No,
what's off my bucket list?
Holiday in Mystic, Georgia,
Connecticut,
same thing.
I've been to Mystic, Connecticut already. This was for the kids.
Well, there you go.
I was at Mystic, Connecticut years ago.
Then it's off their bucket list.
Yes, the 10-year-old's bucket list.
Suck it up. Grab your big thing of whiskey inside that wood box and take a couple shots. Your back will feel good.
Oh, believe me. I have a new bottle. Wait, hold on.
Oh, not again. Stu, are you still there? I wanted to go over to Stu for a minute. Well, Big B's getting that. Oh, no, he's back. Okay. I was going to go over to Stu. I have some questions for Stu as well. He looks like a fucking guy from Mission Impossible or something. Anyway, what do you got now? What's the new?
So my wife tells me that she gets me she's got a present for me. She ordered something for me, and it's coming. I'm thinking it's coming, UPS, FedEx, whatever. Said the day it's supposed to arrive. I said, "Oh, how's it coming?" So we watch out, watch out for the truck. Like, oh, it's coming with Fresh Direct. Now, those of you who don't know, Fresh Direct is a food delivery company. Instead of going to the supermarket to go food shopping, you can order online, and Fresh Direct will bring it to you. I'm like, you ordered me food? What the fuck did you order me? He goes, don't worry about it. So the food comes. She says, up. She pulls it out. She goes, here. And she hands me this bottle of Ocean Toshin. I don't know how to pronounce it. Scotch.
Oh, nice.
You know, wonderful bottle of Scotch.
I think I saw that on Facebook today. I think your wife posted that.
Oh no! That was for her birthday at her job. She got some apple schnapps thing.
Stu, is that fucking Slim?
What the fuck is that?
Right. Are you right? We have now got. Excuse me.
Hang on.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't really been. I haven't even been brought onto the show myself this week. But we have got the beautiful, the one and only Mama Kate on the show tonight. Yeah. It's a surprise to everyone.
Oh, that is an awesome surprise. So, Big B, this is the young lady that took Stu to court, and Jason Marshall, you remember him, the guy that likes cookies instead of beer.
Yeah.
He thinks he has all this law over urine stench Ellie.
Absolutely not. I mean, that's the reason why she's here. I mean, she's committed a crime of defamation of character against one of the fine, upstanding citizens of Urine Stench Alley. Not only just a citizen, an elected member of the High Court of Urine Stench Alley.
Yes, a junior intern. Now,
I have to interrupt. I don't think we're actually allowed to talk about this because it has actually been submitted to a higher court.
If you give me a minute,
it's been settled, so I don't see how we can go through all that again. Isn't there a non-disclosure clause in the settlement?
Well, we can do this because no one watches or listens to the show, so we can just.
That's true. We can do whatever we want.
So, I mean, it's not like anybody important is going to see this because I haven't been arrested yet. So, but what's happening, Big B, is Jason Marshall contacted me, and we are apparently going to bring this case. I don't know how long it's going to take. You know, the court system could take years. Before this guy that actually has been doing a judge podcast for 7 years.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who said that?
But listen,
Jason has been colluding with you behind my back.
Yes.
I'm a neutral. All I do, Mama Kate, and a pleasure to meet you. By the way, I'm DK.
Oh yeah.
All I do is I tend to egg them on a little bit.
A little? More like a lot.
Yeah, I really have no opinion on things. So here's what I say. We all we love games on this show.
Mm-hmm.
So I say we hear the case out, see what happens, almost like, you know, how when they do a sports game and they run it on the video game to see who's going to win before the Super Bowl. It's going to be kind of like that. So tonight we're going to be laying a prediction of I don't even know the judge's show. I feel so bad. I'm not fucking prepared for anything.
Well, this is the first I've heard of any of this, so you're way ahead of me on the whole thing.
All right. Well, we'll probably both sides will get together and hire one lawyer and we'll be better off.
I want to hire OJ's lawyer.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a few minutes. But Mama Kate, tell us a little bit about you're new on the show. We don't usually have females in. What window did you climb in, by the way? Stu, did you call security? We have a woman in here. No, I'm just kidding.
He did. He's losing control here.
I gave Mama Kate the key.
That's fine. We'll take that up later in court. But what do you do? Like, you're obviously, we know you're a comedian. Come on, tell us. Tell us about yourself.
What do I do? I have 6 kids. That's what I do.
Wow.
I don't have a job anymore. It turns out kids get in the way of working. Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, I have one, and I've been at home with them, and I think I'd rather work.
I have 2, and it's
Yeah.
enough. How do you have 6?
I have 3.
Well, when a man and a woman love each other,
Uh-huh.
and in a committed
They're loving-
relationship.
Uh-huh.
They're loving each other a whole lot. A lot more than I'm loving. I don't
Mama
think
Kate, Mama Kate. They do TVs in Walmart nowadays. Have you tried
Okay.
watching one?
No, we're against TV. We just like to have more babies. No, actually, our youngest is 8, so we're done. We're done with babies.
Oh, congratulations!
Well, how old's your oldest?
Done with babies now. 18. She's leaving for college in like 4 weeks.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right. So
I was one of those girls that got knocked up in college.
you weren't playing that 7-minute game in the closet, were you? I was just reading about that the other day. 10 minutes in heaven or whatever it is. You go in the closet with the, I'm just wondering because
I was in college. If you're playing 7 minutes in heaven in college, then where are you? That's ridiculous.
Well,
That's
you know
like
what?
Junior high shit. Where'd you go to school?
As Stu would say, when I was a kid, Walmart had TVs. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if that's how you entertain yourself, but
oh God, no. Yeah, I don't want to talk about
television
that.
doesn't give me an orgasm. Does the television give you an orgasm?
No, but
I'm not
you know
using
what?
mine properly.
If I talk about that, I'd be really embarrassed right now.
Don't be embarrassed. This is Cave Crew Radio.
But
Mama B, can I just say, what an honor it is to see you in the flesh there.
Yeah. This is all my glory. Actually, I'd already taken my bra off. I had to put it back on. So that's
fantastic.
That's how much I wanted to do your show. I'm like, am I gonna put my bra back on for this shit? And I did.
Prove it.
Just stand up for us.
I dare you to prove it.
No,
don't do that.
It's my bra.
We're gonna All right. Listen,
I think DK actually turned red for a second. He got embarrassed.
I told you I've never played 7 minutes in heaven. Turn off the lights. Just leave yours on, Kate. I want to see what's there. All right, listen. Before we get too out of hand, which we always do, who wants to go first? What was this case even all about?
Basically, this case was me mentioning to Jason Marshall that I had a bone to pick with old Choo Choo over there because I followed him on Twitter, and then it was weeks before he followed me back, which I thought was just gross neglect. So I brought him I didn't bring him. Jason was like, hey, we're going to do this. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll show. So
That was
it. That was the magic.
Can I supplement to the case, Big B? I might have to jump on here as well because I do kind of monitor things, and you're very good at it. I'll post the show is on today, and Choo Choo Stu will retweet about 4 days later.
Well, you know, Choo Choo Stu is a busy man about town in there in old London town, England.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
the man of the people.
Do you know what? I've got many a Twitter account and stuff like that, and sometimes I just like come across something. Oh yeah, he's tweeted about that. She's tweeted about that, and I retweet it. Or oh yeah, I must add them as well. I must follow them back. Because they're waiting on my follow back. So
yeah, I mean, it came out in the trial that I'm just not cool enough, and I lost. So I have paid my restitution to society by having to tweet every stupid thing that Choo Choo Stu tweeted for 60 hours. Although I think he forgot halfway through.
Of course he did.
Listen, was it 2 weeks ago? Big B and I did the show with an empty chair. He was courteous enough to leave the camera on, but he didn't show up.
to be honest, I'm quite surprised I'm here tonight. But
Don't even have a fucking light on tonight. You look like Eminem once he's been raised from the dead as a zombie.
To be fair, it is what, like 3 a.m. where you are, Stu?
It's 20 to 3 or something like that. Yeah.
Well, let's explain a little bit about Stu, because I don't think Mama Kate knows.
Oh, I think she does, but you go ahead.
well, I always like to explain Stu from the beginning. Stu, when he first started coming on the show, it wasn't where you see him now in his house and in a room he's got all set up. He was in his car at 3 o'clock in the morning under a train trestle, whispering, "Hi guys, yeah, I'm here," like he's a fucking creep murderer looking for his next victim.
He was like a transvestite podcaster.
I've seen the pictures, and he's lovely.
Yeah. I am. What you see is what you get with Choo Choo Stew, and
yeah.
We got to send Mama Kate the episode where Stu lost his underwear and was asleep on the bench with his dog.
And that's where we got introduced to Constable Carson.
Yes.
I often wonder, you see people's underwear lay in the middle of the highway or something, and I always wonder, like, how did you lose your underwear in the middle of the interstate? So maybe
Constable Carson came out or came about on a very unfortunate night. I can't really remember too much about it, but
shit. I remember it all.
but Choo Choo Stew had been out drinking for quite a few hours before coming on the show, and I actually met a fellow podcaster that lived like a stone's throw from where I live, and I ended up talking myself back to his flat where he had a bottle of Jameson's, and I sat there drinking with him, and then I ended up walking back home through a forest, and I got chased by this policeman, and
he took your underwear.
Yeah, next thing you know, he's got no underwear.
He had his pants on, but he lost his underwear.
I mean, I guess it's better than the U.S. because here they'll just shoot you. I mean, if they just take your underwear, then you're getting off easy.
See, I told you about the U.S., Stu. Yeah. I just want you to know before we go any further that Choo Choo Stu is actually a hologram. Just so you know, he's a figment of Big B's and my imagination, and we were creative enough that it's almost like go watch the movie Weird Science.
Okay, yeah. I remember
about that sexy woman.
Yeah. The only reason he knows that is because we programmed that into him. He's not real. You'll see him. He'll start to depixel around 20 minutes or so.
But I hear he's a hero on the London rail lines. So did you program that in him to be a hero and save people from killing
he's
themselves?
like RoboCop.
Yeah.
He is a hero, though.
A cross-dressing RoboCop.
Hologram hero.
You're a very complex man, Choo Choo.
I am complex. I must admit, I am complex.
All right, we're going way off topic here, but
what's in the news, DK? Anything?
Wait a minute. We'll go to the news in a minute. The first thing I want to know is, let's go to the news. I sent you on an assignment to the allotment because you were going to get me pictures. Big B didn't hear about it, but last week there's apparently a guy who keeps his allotment inside of a giant cage like a wrestling match. And then there's another guy who has like a food truck where he serves people shit and you go over for a beer. And I asked you to go take pictures, but tell us what happened when you got to the allotment.
Well, I got there with my camera in hand, i.e. my iPhone 5 or whatever it is, my Samsung Galaxy 5 as a camera. But when I got there, I was there was police there. There was the head of the allotment there. There was chaos. There was just picture of chaos. It was just like one of these terrorist scenes that we've all been come to see. So as it turned out, what it is, the governor, what do we call the governor of the allotment? I can't remember what we've called him now, but
he's the manager. He's not a fucking governor.
He's the governor.
He doesn't rule over Sherwood Forest.
He ruled.
He was the allotment.
Believe me, the governor rules, and what the governor says, even though he has suggested he's standing down, he is the governor until the end. And where he sells his seeds and stuff like that, do you know these shipment containers, these big metal containers? That's his main premises, for his selling of seeds.
So you're not allowed to bring your own seeds into the allotment. You have to purchase them from the governor. See, we didn't know any of this, and we've been talking about this for a year and a half.
Yeah. So where he sells all his stuff like that, and he has little couple of chairs outside, and he puts little board outside, and he's got some flowers for sale and stuff like that. So that shipping container that he has got there, and he's got this big awesome lock on it. It was cropped. It was just snapped away, laying on the floor as evidence. I wasn't allowed to touch it, and basically, it had been broken into overnight, so there was all hell broke loose.
So this lock is pretty much impenetrable.
Impenetrable knock, and it was the surroundings, the boundary fence has been penetrated. We think by
not impenetrable. I'm thinking.
We think by gypsies, because the Sainsbury's car park lays next door. The Sainsbury's supermarket has got gypsies aboard, so we believe it's gypsies, work of gypsies.
So let's get this straight. And Big D, you must be really analyzing this because you use the word, which is rare. The gypsies have raided the allotment.
We believe so. That's what we're thinking at the moment.
Now, now this must be hard.
What did they take? What did they take?
To be honest, I had to go home, so I didn't know. I wasn't allowed to cross. Do you know, like they put this tape up and stuff like that? It was like crime scene, so I couldn't.
You got to be fucking kidding me! The tomato plants were fucking taped up, and well, they're trying to discover this impenetrable lock that the governor who sells seeds to you. What happens if you bring in your own tomato seeds? Is he still there?
No, I'm still here. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So have you ever smuggled seeds in of your own?
No, we do bring in our own seeds, but
and did they catch you? Like, is there like we have metal detectors in North America, but we have bigger problems than someone stealing our seeds from an impenetrable lock. So, like,
what are they gonna do with seeds?
No, what I'm thinking is he's
what
making
did they
money.
steal?
No one's stealing anything. I think these gypsies are going to start their own fucking allotment. And Stu, you need to go undercover as your alter identity, which we all know is Constable Carson.
Ooh, a competing allotment right across the street at cheaper rates.
Yes,
Great with that.
You know what? Stu is Constable Carson. He is Choo Choo Stu. I'm letting the cat out of the bag because you know who I think Stu is?
Ooh.
Doctor Who.
That's who's a woman now, apparently.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. So,
and so are you, though.
Yeah, don't forget, he's Choo Choo Sue as well.
Although, do you know what? Going on a Doctor Who subject.
No. There's no way you're getting off this topic until we're done with this.
I once served. When I used to work in a ticket office, and I think this has rubbed off on me somehow on the £5 note that was passed across to me. But within about an hour, I served 2 Doctor Who's within the same hour. Sylvester McCoy and some other geezer. But how weird is that? And I think the money they passed on me, it was some kind of mission. It was some kind of, I don't know what it was, but it was in there. It was there, and whatever it was rubbed into me, and I think time travel is going to be part of me in the future.
So are you saying they're the ones that broke into the allotment?
I think we're not on the allotment anymore.
We're past that. That was the gypsies.
But you didn't give Big B a chance to.
I know.
Are the gypsies tied in? Then see, wait a minute. This is a whole other podcast.
All I'm saying is, I don't know, but I think the allotment may have something to do with the new Doctor Who, new Doctor Who series that's coming along.
I'm out of questions. I've lost track.
I'm just trying to picture this. This has suddenly become like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Where fucking gypsies have come in. They've taken the Ark of the Covenant from the allotment. It's the Ark of the allotment. They've taken it out of the impenetrable fortress of the shipping container.
The impenetrable
held by the governor of fucking like people cast their ballot for fucking, who's gonna run the allotment, the governor of the allotment. Cast your ballot now. What the fuck is going on at the allotment? I want to know. I want pictures. And where is my allotment?
Listen,
I want to be involved in this.
Listen, that's why I was trying to rent a thing, and we could put like a webcam, one of those security cams up, and we could have like a 24/7 allotment monitor.
Oh. Stu, can we do that on your allotment? I'll pay for the fucking camera. Can we put a fucking webcam on your allotment so we can watch it 24/7?
We can try. But
do you have electricity at the allotment?
That's a good point.
Car batteries.
I don't know what kind of signal. What do you use for Wi-Fi? I think we need that too. We're in another.
We would need that. Yes.
We need for Wi-Fi. What we have to do is we just patrol the perimeter fence where there's a load of houses and jump on the weakest spot.
Kind of like how you steal internet from your neighbor right now,
or when he breaks into his neighbor's house.
Yeah,
that's another episode you should watch, Mama Kate.
Who is going away in 3 hours to India?
Oh Jesus! But does this mean we're going to get another? Yeah. You're going to break into his house again next week?
I'm not going to break into his house. I'm entrusted with his keys.
I think we lost Mama Kate.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, Mama.
Was she tired of our shenanigans?
No, God, no. She loves our show. She listens every week.
She's there in the chat room. She's there. That's why I sent a link, because...
No, that's Jason Marshall that's in the chat room. And by the way, I was just teasing about the cookies. I know you could have a beer. Well, actually, by the way, Jason Marshall is the one, now that he's out there, that wants to get on this judge show. He also said he's going to invite us all down to his farm once a year in Ohio, because he has all this land.
Well, send me the invite, because
I'll be Narnia. His house is like Narnia. You wouldn't believe it. And we're going to cook, and obviously it's kind of going to be a potluck. Like, you can't put all the weight on the damn bastard, but
chop down trees and all sorts of things there.
Oh, we're going to bring tents, and we're going to have a gay old time. We might even
Speak for yourself with your gay old time.
Listen,
Stu can worry about being naked in a finished bath and have a gay old time. I'll have a heterosexual time, thank you.
Well, yeah, we'll have a damn heterosexual time. But what I'm thinking is he's got so much land. If we could say go for a long weekend, he might allow us to build our own life-size replica of the allotment. It'll be like a tree house for you and me. We could visit every year.
That's true.
And Jason lives in this house that was built in like 150 years ago or something like that. And it's just, he lives in like a forest. He just chops down trees, I think, most of the time.
You know what's really funny though is Jason kind of came into the picture just weeks before this happened. He's got this big house, all this land, perfect haven for gypsies. All the attention right now is on ISIS. No one's paying attention to gypsies.
No, or Jason Marshall.
Yes, and he's running across the Atlantic. And what a more perfect. They're like zombies, so they don't understand much. They don't realize that they could actually raid the Queen's jewels, because we never talk about the Queen's jewels. All we talk about is the allotment. So they think the allotment is going back to your Indiana Jones. What's that case they found? The
Ark of the Covenant.
The Ark of the Covenant.
And it got me involved in his show, so that if they sort of start looking at his show, they can see me, and I'm always the link.
And why Mama Kate came in just for a brief time was to steal our ISP. She has she's probably got all our passwords to the web page and everything. Yeah. And this is going to further we got 1,800 members on the Facebook page. This is going to further the cause to the gypsies.
Yeah.
I mean, remember, Jason Marshall was not on a camera, so we never really have seen his face. Anyone can upload pictures from Facebook. And
who the fuck is Jason Marshall? That's what we need to know.
Like, you couldn't come up with something like Jim Tannenbaum?
Yeah.
You know, Jason Marshall. Well, that's an easy one. That's like me calling myself Billy Bob Smith.
Yeah.
He's the one that covets the gypsies.
It's a strange old world out there.
Does he also have room for the goat?
He's got fucking goat. He breeds
goats on the house. And think of the name of the show. We Don't Have Cookies.
Yeah.
Of course you don't have cookies. You're a gypsy. You got whiskey and fucking croutons.
Yeah. And about 3 dozen goats.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know croutons was a big thing with gypsies.
I'm
learning this now.
The pig shed.
You know me sometimes.
They're little soup thieves, apparently, stealing all the croutons out of the soup.
I'm pretty sure, actually, Jason Marshall and I had a phone call a little while ago when we were queuing up about this judge show, and him and I were talking about like keeping chickens, and I was just doing it casually because I live in the city, I break bylaws, but he was very passionate about it. You know, kind of like Alex with his fish.
Oh, Jesus. I want to know, Jason just says in chat, he has a barn and a pig shed. The fuck is a pig shed?
It's where they get rid of bodies. They just throw the body in, and the pigs eat the body.
You certainly would know that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they do.
I thought you were going to say the cops found all the dead bodies in your allotment.
4 pigs will eat a human body in about 8 minutes. Bones included.
Was it on your property they found the last victim of John Wayne Gacy yesterday? I'm sorry to the family of John Wayne Gacy. Not that they're listening, but Jason Marshall, we love him. We're going to get him back real soon because when he comes on the show, he actually stays.
Yeah, what happened to Mama Kate? She just disappeared. She didn't say shit. She just disappeared.
No, she was making all, like, I thought she was making like weird faces into the camera, but I think her eyes were like when I told her Stu was a hologram is when she freaked out. That's when she left. And she's actually probably on the phone with Jason, and
on the phone, she's sitting there next to him. She's the farmer's wife.
You're not calling her a gypsy, are you?
No, well, I'm not going that far, but I think she lives in a trailer. That's all I'm saying. On Jason's land.
Jason says in chat, nobody's found. Nobody has been found on my property yet. Fingers crossed.
Key word in that is yet.
Oh, Mama Kate's back and she's very mysterious. You just see her eyes. She's very, very mysterious now.
So these people have got nothing on me. You think I'm weird under this?
You think I'm weird?
Yeah. These people from
because you're
Ohio. Where the fuck's Ohio?
Ohio is middle America.
Exactly.
It's on Google Maps.
Yeah. No one knows. It's overlooked. It's overlooked.
Well, Ohio has the Football Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh,
yes, we do.
Oh, she's back.
Yeah, she's back. She's very mysterious, though. You see her eyes every now and then.
She's turned her lights off as well.
Light of her screen. That's it. She comes in and out.
Doing.
She's like she's like a bad horror film that comes in like you open your eyes and it's there. You open your eyes again, it's not there.
I feel like we're doing an audio drama of like the Blair Witch Project or something.
That's exactly what Mama Kate looks like.
She's got a flashlight too. I'm gonna turn my lights out. What's up? Let's all do it 7 minutes in heaven. Let's do it in the dark.
Can you just put the Mama K? Can you just put the camera up to your nose like Blair Witch and like sniffle and say, I don't know what I'm gonna do. There it is.
Shit.
Oh, she lost her camera.
No.
Okay, how's this?
Oh, it's all everybody's getting mood lighting here.
Yeah, but see, now I still have the lights of the two computers, though, so it doesn't really. I'm a blue man.
Everything's getting very sexy in here now. It's mood lighting, and somebody light some candles and some vanilla incense. We can all get sexy.
I wish the hologram had the power to pass that whiskey or scotch or whatever it is over to me, because I need something stronger than a beer right now.
The lovely Ocean Toshin scotch.
I'm just wondering whether I should open this. Yeah, someone gave me this.
What's he got?
What is it? Wait, hold on. I got to pull up your camera. Leave it there. Leave it there.
There it is.
Wait, I got to pull up the stupid mouse. Pull up his camera.
I've got no idea. It's brandy.
You absolutely should open that and let us know how it is. It's only 30% alcohol, but that's okay.
That's fucking.
That's what we get over here, though. All right, crack her open.
You absolutely should open that.
While Stu's doing that, I want to first of all tell you I've never done the podcast in the dark, or the radio show, whichever it is. But I'm going to continue through the end of the show to broadcast in the dark. This is really weird. I won't be able to see my show notes at the end, but down it goes. Hatch.
Cheers.
Cheers. Here's a beer. That's all I got.
Oh God.
What's the name again? Casca.
Oh, he had a massive whiskey face.
Yeah, it's like
what language?
Burn to it?
Not really a burn. It's like I couldn't tell what it is, but it's not whiskey. It's like brandy mixed with petrol.
Now, was it the priest that gave you that?
Yeah. That was
get you drunk.
That was from the vicar.
Tell you about the priest that visited him. That I don't know. It's his sister-in-law or something. And he drinks and he smokes and he wants to know the definition of the word fuck. And
he was on speakerphone to me, and I was at work, and he was going, Stu, so tell me all the swear words. And he was going like, and the thing is, I've got my 3 kids. All right, they've heard probably worse. I don't know, but it's going, so fuck, or he's telling me. No, so what words is worse than that? I said cunt. He goes, cunt, and like, my kids are sitting there going like, yeah, right. And I'm at work in my canteen, right,
having a number 44, a tomato soup.
But cunt is that's like a normal everyday word for Brits. They call each other cunts on like, every 6 seconds. Ah, you fucking cunt, you.
But I had to go through I had to go through the swear word alphabet with a vicar, right, with a man of the cloth, and I think his cloth is like, I don't know, just full of semen or something. I don't know.
You think it needs some bleach, do you?
I do. I think if you smelt his cloth, it would stink. But he's a lovely guy, I must admit. He's the sort of bloke that
has a cummy semen cloth around his neck.
You'd expect to sort of like just get off of a Harley Davidson, into this sort of like badass cafe. Like he would get off his bike and just spit on a dust there and walk in and say, anyone want to fuck with me? That's the sort of guy he looked like.
He gave Stu the bottle so he can get Stu drunk so he can touch his supple little bottom.
Yeah, wait a minute.
And my bottom is supple. I must admit.
This guy's getting off a Harley Davidson. This guy's getting off a Harley Davidson. He's looking you in the eyes going, what's that word you guys say again? Fuck.
What's cunt?
Because I'm about to you up.
No one said I've got a supple bottom since I was about 16 years old.
What the fuck does supple mean?
Soft and
It's lovely. It's
touchable.
nice.
Like don't squeeze the Sherman type
It's
of.
soft and touchable. Stu has a supple bottom.
Thank you very much.
All right, listen, because we're moving along here, and we've got so much more. We're not going to touch 10% of it tonight, but where was I going to go? Oh, we're on that. We're on a fact of crime. We might as well stay there. But don't you think for a fucking minute that you have gotten away with this fucking gypsy allotment shit? Because we're going to dig a hell of a lot deeper on that. As Big B said to me in text before the show tonight, the juice is on the loose.
Oh, boy.
I know we had an unfortunate situation, the rock guy that hung himself, but
fuck him.
But that's a choice, no matter how deep you are. Anyway, OJ, before I tell you my story about OJ, well, first of all, before you and I get into it, because I know we both watched the trial and all that shit, how much do you guys know over there, Stu, about OJ Simpson?
Yeah, we followed
I'll
the
get another shot. See, you've got him into it now. He snuck 3 while I was talking.
Oh, really?
Nice. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. You want eggs, Dad?
Well, get yourself in trouble again.
My family are away, apart from Oscar, who's sleeping.
Yeah, you still have a son with you, which is all I have. So I guess I'm a little overprotective, but
some responsibilities.
Yeah, I don't have 2 to spare. I'm like, oh, you know. We love you, Stu. What do you know about O.J. Simpson?
He, we know about the trial. We heard nothing but the trial over here. So,
which we're talking about the original trial, right? The one in '94.
Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, speaking as me personally, as does Choo Stew, I haven't really watched news a lot lately. But I saw some fella on the news today, and I thought, fuck, he looks like O.J. Simpson, that bloke.
He hasn't aged, has he? Other than his gray hair and that he can't move his body.
He's got a bit fatter or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he's aged. You can see the age in him a little bit. Not much, though.
So, before we go into this trial, or it's not really a trial, it was.
Are we having a break tonight, by the way?
Why do you need one?
I need a piss.
All right, let's do a quick. I'll give you 30 seconds, Stu.
He's just going to piss out the door.
Yeah, he's probably going to piss in the corner. Here we go. You give me a thumbs up when you're done.
Well, hello.
What great pea music.
And the gentlemen and cave dwellers in general. This is Choo Choo Stew, and I'm deep in the hallows of London, England. I want you lot to stop taking a piss and join the Cave Crew Radio Facebook group, please. And while you're at it, look us up on the Twitter as well. It's not rocket science, it's actually quite easy. Just search Cave Crew Radio. Also, have you got a bit of spare change in your wallet or your bank? Because we could do with $5. It's easy on PayPal. Just go on to cavecrewradio.com and chuck some money in the tip jar. It helps keeping the dream alive, sockcuckers. So don't be silly and take the mic. Cavecrewradio.com. Fuckers.
There you go. Choo Choo Stew's first ever commercial. Did I debut that last week, or did you already hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. So that was last week. Stu recorded that for me because that's right. Because you were away. Because I need you. I'm like, it's always me. Not that I mind doing it, but it's always my voice, right? Did Stu just fucking shirt into a pink?
Not only did he pee, he changed like fucking Superman.
Is that your wife's blouse? Like, couldn't you find your own shirt? Look at him giggling like a little kid in fucking cat school. Anyway, You have a habit of getting us off topic here, and he's muted himself again. So, okay, let's go back to OJ. So before we go to what happened today, all I want to know, I don't want to relive all that shit. Did you think he was guilty?
Originally in 94?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did.
As a matter of fact, he basically, after he was found not guilty, because of the double jeopardy laws in our country, you can't be tried for the same crime twice.
Correct.
So he was found not guilty. He wrote a book that said, well, if I did do it, this is how I would have done it.
And did he not lose a $20 million suit to the Goldmans?
Oh yeah, he lost in the civil suit. Yeah, to Ron Goldman's family. Yeah, absolutely.
So that means he was guilty. Why else would he have to pay?
Of course he was guilty. But the fact of the matter is, at that time, we were still in this country. The Rodney King incident, trial, and subsequent riots were still fresh in everybody's mind. So when OJ went up on trial, everybody knew he was going to be found not guilty, because nobody wanted another massive riot like what happened with Rodney King. So even though everybody knows he's fucking guilty, and he wrote a book subsequently that said, well, if I did do it, here's what would have happened. He was found not guilty, and everybody knew that was going to happen from the start.
Yeah. I mean, and I was, because my wife, what about the gloves, she says tonight on the way home. And I says, well, you leave a leather glove in the rain, out in not even rain, dew, whatever wetness. What happens to a leather glove? You've all had leather gloves. Stu, for you, imagine your leather pants. And then you left them outside. They were a little bit more constricting, were they not?
Right. My ears bricked up at leather gloves, I must admit.
And when he was trying them on, if you recall, and there's pictures all over the internet today, he had the surgical gloves on, so he doesn't add fingerprints onto it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had those gloves on, trying to put on a leather glove that was left out in the rain and cold and shrunk. So even if it wasn't rainy and cold and and it did shrink, the fact that he had the surgical glove on would make it almost not fit. So that was a setup from the start. But of course, the famous line: if the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Exactly. But don't you think, too, if you're going to do something with precision, you talk about the latex gloves. He wanted tight leather gloves to begin with, not loose fit gloves.
Right.
Because he wanted complete control of what he was doing.
Right.
Now, I never knew he was a kung fu master and all this stuff, but hey, the guy was a world-class athlete, so he was obviously in good shape. Goldman wasn't no slouch, but you two are doing shots like fucking crazy. I've never been so jealous in my entire life. All right,
Ron Goldman was a fucking lackey at a fucking restaurant who wanted to be famous. That's all he was.
You know who we should get on the show is the guy that went through the Burger King drive-through, Cato Kalin.
Oh, Cato! Oh my God!
I wonder if he's still around. We should try.
What he's doing nowadays.
If I book him as a guest, you guys better send me a bottle of scotch.
I will absolutely send you a bottle of scotch if you get.
I'll tell you what, I'll deliver it by hand.
That would be good.
If you get Cato Kalin, absolutely, I'm sending you a bottle.
Yeah, I'm going to try. That's my mission from now on, is to get Cato Kalin on the show. And I just don't want to talk. I do want to talk about OJ, but I mean, that guy was really, I wanted him to stay on that stand for like months. He was better than General Hospital.
Well, and that's one of the problems too about that trial. It became daytime soap opera, right? That was the channel Court TV came into its own during that trial.
It was like the first. I'm not saying it was the first, but it was the first really juicy one.
It definitely wasn't the first. I used to watch Court TV a lot. I found it very interesting to see the procedure of trials and whatnot. But the O.J. Simpson trial just blew it up into a magnitude it's never known before. And that what brought this entire country into it was seeing it live on TV every single day.
And see, we got it on in Canada on CNN.
Yeah.
I don't know that we ever had court TV, but we have almost all your channels. All right, so let's move forward now. He's already been in jail 9 years. We all heard the story today. All he wanted to do was get his own stuff. Miraculously, again, if you want to talk about characters, one of the victims testified today, saying it wasn't OJ's fault. Blah, blah, blah. And OJ said, I just want my own stuff. I don't want the other pictures. I don't want, as his lawyer said, OJ would have ripped them up and burned them. He's not a sports collector, just to show you what a vain idiot he is. And anyway, but it just so happened he had these two armed friends. He was at a wedding too, by the way. He was at a wedding that day, and he doesn't have a drinking or a substance problem. He was drinking because, of course, I'm going to drink at a wedding.
Of course.
And he just happens to go up with these two armed guards to purchase back his own stuff. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a movie about it, folks. I'm not going to carry on too much. And to cut story short, he was charged with attempted murder and armed robbery.
Right.
And he was given a sentence of 9 to 33 years.
Right.
And forgive me if I'm wrong, but here to me, I'm thinking, we've got Hitler. We can't prove that he murdered all those Jews and rolled over Poland and France and wherever else he rolled. But we got him for something else. We ain't going to let him go. Like, what does this guy have over everybody?
Well, you can't hold him for the 1994 trial, right?
No. But you have him for armed robbery and attempted murder.
Right, but now that becomes, and I don't know the prison system at all. I've never been in prison, but he was sentenced to 9 to 33 years. So after year 9, he's up for parole. If he conducted himself as a model citizen in prison, he proves he makes a case for himself not being a danger to society. It's just like any other criminal, you would grant him parole.
One of the questions today was, you have no affiliation with any known gang.
Mm-hmm.
No, he has his own entourage, for fuck's sakes. You know what? I'm not even convinced he did it after he walked in with those two thugs to get his stuff back. He might not have been the one that did it, but he's the one behind it. I guarantee it.
Well, all right. Looking at that, look at Charles Manson. Charles Manson never killed anybody. He's in jail for the murder of Sharon Tate and LaBianca, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He never killed anybody. His followers killed people, but he went to jail for, the girls went to jail too, but he's in jail for those murders. He never murdered anybody. So it doesn't really matter whether, OJ was the guy that did it or not. He was behind it. You served the jail time.
But see, they never took the case that way. They were just focused on OJ. And maybe, because we've seen it before, maybe I watched too many movies, but maybe OJ is a little bit smarter than he acts. And maybe he just planned this whole thing out.
Well, I don't think he's smarter than, he's making himself out to be. I think he's a dumb asshole for bringing armed men and trying to rob somebody at gunpoint of belongings when his claim was, I just wanted my stuff back. Well, if you just wanted your stuff back, you can go ask. You don't have to bring armed people and fucking hold guns to people's heads for it. So yeah, no, he's a dumb asshole.
Now, as an American, I'm going to ask you this. As a Canadian asking an American.
Yeah.
is he going to do something else? Or do you think he's 70?
Or
he's 70, right?
Is he going to do something criminally or?
Yeah, criminally. Oh, I know what he's going to do. He's going to go on Barbara Walters.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I can see him now going on tour with Bill Cosby.
It's hard to say because, like you said, once he gets out, I think he's getting paroled in October. Once he gets out, he's going to do all the talk shows and all of this, and be on TV spots and news programs and all this. Once all that dies down and the spotlight's off him now, what does he do? How does he earn a living? What does he do with his idle time? That'll be the determining factor of whether he commits another crime. Will he go to kill somebody or no? Would he probably commit a petty crime if stealing? Yeah, probably. And he'd probably get some time, like 6 months in jail or whatever. But I don't think he's going to do a major crime.
He's not going to. Excuse me. Choo-choo stew.
Your excuse. Choo-choo stew, ladies and gentlemen. In a dark room with three.
He's not going to
on.
He's not going to go out and commit a petty crime, is he? He's not going to go and nick a box of tea bags, or pickpocket someone, or sort of touch someone's breast or something like that. He's not going to do that, is he?
Can we recap this? I know we're getting.
I mean, what I'm saying is
committed petty crime. Not that touching.
He's not going to steal a box of tea bags, and he's not going to grab a woman's breast.
He's not going to commit. Not that touching someone's breast is a petty crime. It's not. I mean,
what I'm saying is once the spotlight dies down off of him, right? He's going to get out in October. He'll go on a year-long media tour.
Yeah.
After that year is up, the spotlight is off of him. How does he make a living? What does he do with his time? Well, if things go bad for him, that he can't make any money because nobody's going to hire him. It's bad PR.
If he does one or two interviews, he's made his money. He's made more than you and I and DK and Mama Kate earns.
Right. But keep in mind what we just said before. The civil suit, he still owes Ron Goldman's family a lot of fucking money.
Yes, and I don't think he has a pot to piss in.
He has nothing. So, yes, he's going to make money off of those interviews, but that money now will be redirected to Ron Goldman's family. Because remember, part of the settlement, he had to sell off his whole estate was sold off for the settlement.
I know I get off subject on serious topics and stuff, but I'm watching the Stew Cam right now, folks. It's irresistible on Cave Crew TV. Not only is that shirt too small for you, you look like a cheerleader for some fucking private school. Do you have a training bra on too?
No, I wear this to remind me how much weight I've got to lose. Can you see my nipples through this?
I'm not even looking. I'm not looking at the camera.
You are. You fucking screenshot that fucker.
I love Stu. The way Stu is sitting right now, he's very sassy at the moment. He's got his pink shirt on. He's sitting sideways with kind of this sassy attitude. He's not going to take any guff from you.
I'm not. No.
He went to piss and became a different person.
You know how we get Stu clips and we make them famous?
Yeah.
Like the Ebony and Ivory or the
right.
person, which ties into the Gypsies, I'm sure. It is screenshot that fuckers is like the new one. It's the new selfie. Screenshot that fuckers. That's going to be a new hashtag trending on.
Over the coming weeks, you're going to see a new Choo Choo Stew because these breasts are going. I'm on a diet. It's official.
He's like a transvestite biker the way he's dressed right now. We should have never told him we thought he was Doctor Who.
When does the diet start? I mean, you've had like 6 shots of fucking whiskey. When does the diet actually start?
And he's got arms the size of fucking Alaina Morissette. Like, What do you
Is that
got?
good or bad? I'm not sure.
You look like you're on fucking dialysis, for fuck's sakes. You don't need to diet. Vintage choo-choo stew. Take one.
Wait. Can I? I need everybody to quiet 1 second.
Yes.
Stu's in a giddy mood. I just want to see his reaction. I have the Stu cam up. I just want to see your reaction, Stu. Okay. I'm going to say one thing.
Okay.
I know what you're going to say.
I'm going to say one thing, Stu. Jeremy Stellhorn.
I know what you're going to say. I love that man.
Hang on a minute. You guys hang on 1 minute. Because Big B, you didn't know that.
Huh?
Someone has a new show.
Oh, no.
Now it's time for Blossom City Radio with your host, Jeremy Stellhorn. Hey guys, Jeremy here at Blossom City Radio. I'd like to welcome you to the show. Thank you for tuning in. We have a great show for you tonight. I'm really excited. If you like these shows, please tell your friends and share them with your friends. There's a lot of great bands and hardworking people who are not getting the mainstream play they deserve, I believe. So, this is kind of my way of showing my appreciation and I work hard on my podcast without a lot of the notoriety from other, being promoted through my sites. And a lot of these are good musicians who do.
You couldn't have timed that more perfect.
What was the name of his show? I couldn't make it out.
I don't know, Hog City Radio or something like that.
I couldn't make it out at all.
Blossom City Radio. But you hear him? He sounds like he's pissing in the can that he's speaking in, telling us how hard he works on his fucking podcast, telling us that he gets no recognition. Now, listen, I know we got some squeaks along the way too, but we try pretty hard.
We actually try to make a quality product. Most of the time it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. Fuck him.
But you know what he does for a living, right? He works at a fucking swap meet.
Is that what he does for his living?
I don't know. We did that a couple. Does anyone else pay attention to the shows besides me?
I'm just laughing at the quality business when you've invited me on.
I know. He's like, the best was, now it's time for Jeremy Stellhorn. And then he sounded a little bit better, but he was like 40 feet away from the mic.
What it sounded like was fucking, he was on the phone with fucking Alex Cardinale, and Alex was recording the phone call. That's exactly what it sounded like.
So I listened to the first few Cave Crew radio shows.
All right, so it probably they were
awesome. They were awesome. It made me laugh. I was fucking pissing myself. And then you got me involved.
Oh no! Then we just took off to a level.
I like listening to it. I don't want to be on it. And I'm about 4 years down the line. How many years have we been doing it now?
Well, it's 2005, but this is our third year. By the time it's over. But the funny thing is that you annoy the shit out of us, but everyone loves you.
I love Stu.
Like when you're not sitting in your chair, the world goes wild. It's like, where in the world is Waldo? You're like that woman that went missing on the plane. I can't remember her name. The girl that flew on the plane, Spirit of St. Louis. I don't know.
Oh, Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart. You're like the Amelia Earhart. You're like Moses going up the mountain, and everyone's waiting for you to come back. They know when you leave the show, you're going to come back eventually. And listen, if you are a real fan of this show, what better place to be than a front row center?
I know.
You basically won the Powerball when we brought you on.
I listened to this show. They were chewing the fat, and they were talking about sports that I'm not really interested in. But they had a good camaraderie. They had something going.
And then where did it all go wrong? And then they started talking about me, and I was laughing. Yeah, they're talking about me.
The sports lasted about 3 weeks, and then we just had a couple bad sports weeks, and here we are today.
And it amazes me. We talk about this a lot. The premise of the show was basically going to be a sports show with some other guy stuff involved.
Right, like guy movies.
Yeah.
Guy games.
Right.
Sure, we were going to have beer and pizza. That was all part of the original concept. None of that has really changed. But now when we open up and you and I start talking about sports, I feel like we're letting the audience down, because now we have a tribe, or what would you call, whatever, what's a group of sheep, the cave dwellers. They depend on us. And the new saying is we were weird before weird was cool.
There you go.
And this show has changed my life. Do you know what I fantasize?
Rehab twice.
Do you know what I fantasize about? I would like to walk in behind Big B with Mama Kate on my arm and Jason Marshall walking behind me, and then Big B, and then DK coming in. We should all just gate crash. Everyone, we should just gate crash Queens, New York. I think.
I got scared when Stu said his fantasy was to come up behind me. That's where the conversation just ended. I got scared.
And with your bad back, you wouldn't have time to react.
I would not have time to react at all. I'd fall to the ground. I'd crumble to the ground in pain.
He could slab you with bacon fat, and you wouldn't even know.
My fantasy is to get behind this screen.
Jesus.
I think what he's saying is he'd like to wish we were on Star Trek and he could transport.
And he ultimately he wants to go he wants to hang out with us.
So
and I agree. I can't belittle that. I'd love for all of us to get together one day and hang out. I think it would be a lot of fun.
Listen, I think we go to Jason Marshall's farm.
Yeah, definitely. And chop down some trees.
Yes. And we put the wives in like their own kind of little place, and we start building our allotment outside our tent. And
maybe we could make some cheese from these goats. Like,
all I want is like a 5x5 allotment, because we wouldn't have that much time.
We could have that on Jason Marshall's land, because he's got a big place there.
Well, I say we talk amongst ourselves and don't tell Jason Marshall when we're coming, and we just show up on his fucking doorstep.
And it'd be really nice, because the first thing we asked you for was $5 for a tomato. Yeah. The second thing we asked you for is that we could have a kind of a draw for a care package. We just wanted food from other countries. Right. Well, now we're getting greedy because we're really good. And we want you to pay for all expense flights for us to meet somewhere, preferably, warm, but not too warm. Like, Big B, he doesn't like the heat. I think we should start a GoFundMe. I mean, people pay GoFundMe. People start GoFundMes for hearts and shit all the time.
Well, I think you should start with me.
And I have something to say about that. I don't know if I want to bring it up now, but before we do that, I can tell Jason Marshall is a fan of the show and listens, because he says referring to Stu, he's going to make me bite my Slipknot pillow. We haven't talked about the Slipknot pillow for a long time. Jason Marshall knows about the Slipknot pillow. He's a fan of the show and listens.
That is a dedicated listener.
That is a dedicated listener.
Not necessarily a listener. He just knows all the titles.
Well, that's true.
Because that wasn't. Tell us something, Jason, that was not in a title. You're a resident of Urine Stench Alley.
I'll tell you what, we should all just appear, like you said, on Jason's doorstep.
Just fucking sit there. I wouldn't even knock on his door. We all hang out in front of his house. We're drinking. We set up camp. And whenever he gets home, hi, we're here.
Yeah, carrying lanterns. Let's get lanterns. We'll all sway up with lanterns. And Stu will have no pants on probably by then. it's a long walk up Jason's land. So we would have. Hopefully, is there a few liquor stores on the way?
I hope so.
We're bringing our own beer.
There's nothing else to do in Ohio but drink. There has to be some liquor stores, and we could visit fucking what's his name in Upper Sandusky.
Oh, hey, he did. Listen, he remembers this was not in the title. Remember the time we were talking about getting high from pot up your ass?
Yes.
That is now that you. We need to give him a sanction on urine stench Ellie.
And what we'll do, we'll have a Mama Kate and a Jason a gig that we'll go to as well, where they're both.
Can I just say something, Big B? Mama Kate was on the show for 5 minutes. She's like the excuse me bitch.
No, Mama
Okay,
Kate,
I don't know what Stu has.
Kate's a renowned comedian.
I
She's big in Ohio. Mama Kate is.
Wait. Let's back up a second. Being big in Ohio does not mean she's a renowned comedian.
Yeah.
I'm
It's like
sorry.
a country singer.
I'm gonna throw my fat fucking belly behind Mama Kate, because Mama Kate, I'll tell you what, if you ever listen to Mama Kate on
I've heard her. She's very
on
funny.
Jason
I
We
just
Don't
don't
Have
think
Cookies show.
You and Big B were really hot to get that
Mike,
shirt off, and I think that's why she turned the fucking lights off. in the first place.
Laugh. Mama Kate hasn't got to say anything funny, and it's just like funny. I laugh as a listener, and that's true. So I love Mama Kate.
Now we're getting poked at.
I
Jason,
want to give her a 7th child.
okay, shut the fuck up. You're going to end up with a divorce in a minute. Jason is saying in the chat room he's had more airtime being in the chat room than we gave him on the show.
Well, when he was on the show for 2 weeks in a row, because like he was creepy and didn't leave the second week, he was on and was like, I'm just going to stay. I'm not leaving. So, creepily, he was on the second week in a row.
Isn't that what I've done?
We literally talked to him for about a second and a half. He said, "Hi, Jason. Tell us about We Don't Have Cookies." That's great. So anyway, Stu, about the allotment. And we ignored him for 2 weeks.
We didn't ignore him. Everyone's a part of the whole. Listen, when someone's on my show, I've
been trying to leave for about a year and a half, mate. And it fucking like once they get their claws on you, there's no way out. It's like mafia. It's like you die or you just stay on the show.
That's right. It's the Cave Crew Mafia.
Yeah.
Stu, are you sober enough to find that fucking mute button again?
No, he couldn't find a mute button from the fucking urinal in a fucking Walmart.
I'm muted.
No, you're not muted.
No.
You did. All right, listen. I forgot what I was going to say. Listen, I know what I was going to tell you. This is because we're getting near the end here, guys. We got about 10 minutes because we came on late. But listen, I always send out the stories that we're going to talk to, none of which we got to tonight.
No.
So everyone expects what's going to happen, which none of it happened tonight. But I was on a show Monday night, great show, had a good time. But apparently there was questions coming in. I didn't know what I was going to be asked.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking, what are your hobbies? Tell us about yourself. How'd you get started in the business? Not like one of those interviews like, who would you fuck, murder, kill?
Okay.
Right out of the blue. And I never knew who Kellyanne Coney was. So I just said I'd marry her. Have you ever heard of her? Kellyanne Coney?
Are you talking about Trump's press secretary or Trump's?
I don't know. I have no fucking idea who this is.
I think that was Trump's campaign manager or something like that.
But Jason, you know, see, I think that's what happened is he went on the show twice and he was in shell shock. He just didn't talk. Now he's listened to every single episode and he's dying to get back on.
Wait, so what were you asked on the fucking show you were on?
I don't know. They talked about what did we talk about? There was I can't remember because I don't have it in front of me. But there was another question about Hulk Hogan versus Muhammad Ali, and the subject got into the size of Hulk Hogan's cock, and then got into podcast gurus, By the way, folks, is a guru. We consider someone who charges you if you want advice to learn your craft. When you can probably find people that'll tell you for free if you're right to meet the right people. We talked about Charlie Sheen, but all these questions just came. Once it started rolling, I was fine. And three great guys, and you'll never guess who was across from me.
Who?
CJ Ripka.
Oh, your arch enemy.
Fuck, see, you think that way too. It's not the way it is. But so it's a Scottish guy and this other guy in I think he's kind of new, and I think they kind of set up a big showdown.
Mm-hmm.
But being the consummate professional that Chris Ripka is, and I also deflected, we just basically took over the whole show, and it was me and Chris.
Okay.
Going on, and we had a blast. It was a lot of fun. But and I'm not saying this in a bad way, because I think a showdown between two people who don't like themselves would be hilarious if you could trap them into it on your show. However, I really feel no malice for the guy.
Mm-hmm.
It was a minor misunderstanding in my book, and I don't think it's show worthy. But if I was going to fight with him, I'd fight with him either one-on-one or I'd bring him on my fucking show.
Right.
Or he'd bring me on his show. So anyway, it went well. So, but I mean, I was a little shocked when there's Chris. And who cares? I think someone texted me and go, you realize CJ's on there? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He's a good guy. And the chemistry was still there. He was drinking prune juice. We talked about spam.
Oh.
Yeah. He talked about hockey for a while, and regularly, I mean, again, I hold no malice. I think he's, and I think the one question was, why haven't you brought him back on the show? Well, sometimes we all get a little busy, but he knows he's welcome on the show anytime.
And we've got Mama B, Jason.
He is fucking obsessed with.
He's lit right now. He's had like 9 shots. That bottle has to be half empty.
No, it's not half empty, but I'm just saying we've got Mama B, we've got Jason.
Not Mama B.
Albert.
Mama B is married to Big B. And
not Mama B. I don't mean Mama B. I say Mama B. Mama Kate. Sorry, Mama B keeps coming out. Mama Kate.
Your mind's going in some dark places tonight.
He's obsessed with my wife all of a sudden.
Yes.
Mama Kate.
Mama Kate. A fucking threesome. Mama B and Mama Kate.
No, we got the lot, We've got the package here.
Yeah, the best thing.
Crew radio.
I would just find the mute button. I suggested that earlier.
Yeah. Look, we're here. Look.
Do you call her Mama B in the bedroom? I'm talking to you, Big B.
No, I do not.
You like, come on, Mama B. Show me some of that.
No,
I don't know why I mentioned Mama B, really, but sorry.
That's okay. I was just going to comment too. I didn't have a chance earlier, but Big B, you're mentioning how hot and humid it is. Have you noticed how long your hair and how thick your beard is getting?
I know, it's like you think you shave it off a little bit.
Like, you look like you look like
wait. I mentioned it was hot and humid while I was on vacation. I'm not going to fucking shave my head and shave my face because I'm going away for a week.
So what is the occasion that makes you like have a little haircut every now and again?
I haven't had a haircut since 1992. I don't know what the occasion is because it hasn't existed in 25 years.
Don't you even do the split ends?
No.
Now, do you condition like a woman?
Yes.
Would? Because your hair's so long, you got to get in there and you got like 20 minutes in the shower.
I do. I do. I shampoo and then I condition. Yes.
You hot oil?
I do not hot oil. No.
Yeah, and all these things my wife does. She'll rub like cucumbers on her hair. I don't know.
The worst thing was, and I don't mean to take this into hair care, but who knows where we go on the show, right? When I was playing back in the 90s, you started off like you'd be on stage and you we're playing metal, so we're headbanging and all that, and your hair gets all fucking knotted. So when we get off stage, you kind of want to just brush your hair because it looks like a fucking rat's nest, right?
Yeah.
And it would the brush would be just stick in your head because it's all fucking knotted. What I learned was, wait, don't brush it. Put my hat on, go throughout the night, and you're fucking, you're not going to And in the next morning when I get up and I shower, get all the knots out with the conditioner. Put the conditioner in the hair and go through and sit there for 10 minutes and go through the hair and all to get all the knots out. And it comes out nice. You don't rip your hair out of your head. It comes out nice and soft, nice and smooth, nice and flat.
Who the fuck? Where did you learn? Who has number one? Who has time for that shit? Number two, who'd you learn that from? Bob Marley?
And number three,
you just learned that from trial and error.
Do you still use conditioner?
I do, yes.
Okay, that's good.
Do you use oil of Olay? I can't even
Oil of Olay?
Yes, on your face.
I do not. No. The only thing I do is condition shampoo and condition. I don't use any other products or anything.
I've often found that conditioner is very good in the shower.
What do you condition?
What do you use the conditioner for there, Stu?
It's very simple.
What the answer is?
You've got more hair in your nose than you have on your fucking head.
I have.
Lower, DK.
I often condition my armpits.
You do not you condition something a lot lower.
If you condition have you ever had a shower and you come out and think, my armpits don't really feel like they're beating like, stick a bit of conditioner under them and they feel soft and smooth.
Stu uses conditioner for an area between his kneecaps and his waist and his hips. That's where he uses the conditioner.
I'm thinking your balls are taking the mick.
But condition your armpits. It's lovely.
I'm gonna condition I don't have that long a time to shower. You must have a big hot water tank.
I want to know how long his fucking armpit hair is that he has to condition it.
But if you condition your armpits, it sort of gives you it's like a rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation for what? What emotion comes out of your armpit? What chakra is your armpit?
I'm thinking of a show title, and it's so far it's Mama B. Sorry, it's not Mama B. It's Mama Kate.
He's obsessed with my wife.
I'm a little worried about this Mama B shit.
He's literally obsessed with my wife.
Listen, speaking of a show name,
Mama B and armpit conditioner.
Tonight's show name is Stu's Alcoholism Rears Its Ugly Head. That's it.
Okay, Stu, take a mute break. The first one I liked personally was a Cambodian robot driving range. Then I had down I can't even speak at this point. I'm not even drinking as much as you guys. The impenetrable lock.
Yeah.
And then I had Doctor Who passes the pound note.
I've taken no notes whatsoever tonight. And I do think that the title of the show should be Stu's Alcoholism Rears Its Ugly Head.
That's not a nice title. I can't vote for that. How about the juice is loose? That could fall into both O.J. Simpson and...
I'm actually feeling really quite hurt at the moment.
Yeah, that's like the nastiest thing I ever heard. But if you say the juice is loose, you're actually saying the same thing, but you're also covering a news story.
My counselor warned me about people about Big B.
I would say Stu's juice is loose.
Take a breath. She said, take a breath. Stu, take a breath. If they say things that are nasty and horrible, take a breath. And it will go away.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a good one in the chat room. I like this. This is catchy. This may get downloads. Sassy Stu and Mama Who?
There you go. That's pretty good.
Put a question mark at the end of it.
I have to apologize to Mama Kate because
I don't think it's Mama Kate. You need to.
It's me. You need to apologize to.
I love Mama Kate.
I think Mama Kate likes it. She's got 6 kids.
I love Mama Kate. She's like,
I'm completely changing my vote. I don't mean to go against any of you or myself. I like Sassy Stu, since he gave me that pink shirt, and Mama Who with a question mark.
Yeah, I would change my title to Stu's Juice is Loose.
Oh, geez, now we're still in it. I like that too. Okay, hang on. Stu's
Juice is loose.
Is loose. All right, Stu. Can you concentrate for 30 seconds? I want you to make a choice between Sassy Stu and Mama Who, or Stu's Juice is Loose.
I like Stu's Juice is Loose.
There you go. I'll give into it. They're both very good. I do like the Mama Who. Because if you think of it, it's Mama Who as in Doctor Who, or Mama Who as in which one is he talking? We will make sure in the show notes that we profess your love to Mama Kate.
I do.
I don't know if it's Mama Kate or Mama B.
I love Mama B, but I always call her Mama B. But I love Mama Kate. She's fucking.
We should have a tag team match here. It could be Big B and me against you and Chris Ripka.
Do you know, I fantasize about going to one of her gigs. I would love to go. I'd like to go to a gig.
He does not do gigs.
No, Mama Kate does.
Oh, Mama Kate, we're back on. Okay.
I would love to go to a Mama Kate gig where Jason Marshall is there, warming the crowd up, and maybe Big B does a little bit of an acoustic guitar.
The bass player, for fuck's sake.
I know. But he's a musician. He can fucking play.
Have you heard you try to play other instruments? You don't do too well, Stu.
And the compare of the evening is DK. None other than DK.
Well, I come up after Mama Kate.
That's my fantasy evening.
What do you want me to do? Read it? I'll just recite in Flanders Fields or something.
I don't know. I just fantasizing about it all. You know what I mean?
Well, you close your eyes.
Well, I would like to walk up behind Big B there, that little surprise. Hey, it's me.
Pop his back.
Choo Choo Stew in Queens.
You know, never mind Doctor Who. You know what he reminds me of? I don't know if anyone's old enough to remember this. He reminds me of Dr. Smith from Lost in Space.
Oh, God.
I want to appear on Metal Thunder Radio. Yeah, the rock and roll geek.
What are you going to sing? That one about the Queen?
No, I'm going to go there and try and get a Cole Perkins tune played.
Stu, you are welcome on Metal Thunder Radio anytime. I've seen you in chat a couple of times.
Would you play a Cole Perkins tune?
If you come on the show and you call into the show, we'll do Skype, whatever.
No,
I will absolutely play Carl Perkins tune.
I'll arrive. I'll knock on your door.
No, I think he wants to show up Tuesday night at 9 o'clock Eastern.
You know what? If you showed up at my house.
Wait a minute. I haven't noticed how many shots you've done.
Yeah.
I've done 3.
He's done at least 10. Show us how much is left in that bottle, Stu.
No, there's nothing.
There's nothing left. That's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that much. Okay. All right. It looked like you were drinking a lot more. That's still a lot for you.
That's a lot because he just cracked that tonight. That's a lot.
Stu, you're not going to pass a piss test on fucking Wednesday.
Oh, my God. But yes, Stu, if you showed up at my house on a Tuesday night for Metal Thunder Radio, I would give you free reigns of the entire set list for that night.
The only problem, Stu, is the show is on Tuesday, not Wednesday.
Oh shit! Yeah. Well, I might just turn up.
He's having you arrive at daylight, and he's going to do like a virtual reality Metal Thunder Radio.
Well, if he arrives a day late, I'm just going to pretend I'm not home. Just let him sit outside my door. Are you there? Hello.
I'd just love to set up these fucking heavy metal dudes there.
I personally wouldn't go against Stu because there's a lot of zombie shit going on. Gypsy,
No, there's
missing
this like English guy, like, and all these like, I don't know, like leather clad guys there with fucking NY baseball caps and fucking shit going on.
If you think this is bad, on the Metal Thunder Radio Show, we destroy each other on a daily, on a weekly basis. We kill each other while the music's playing, while we're on air. We just destroy each other. You come here, you're going to get destroyed just like the rest of us.
Thank you. I would love that. That would be awesome, man.
Don't wear pink for fuck's sakes.
And yeah, don't wear pink.
I would.
He'd come in. He'd come in as Choo Choo Sue.
I would. I'd dress up specially.
All right, kids. It's Stu's Juice. Is it loose or on the loose?
Is loose.
Is loose. Okay.
Stu's Juice is loose.
That's what I wrote down. Okay. You got it, boys. I still like the Cambodian robot driving range. But nobody voted for that. Okay. Stu, you might as well put one of those in your coffee because it's got to be getting near morning time. Oscar's going to want his breakfast.
Yep.
But I'm off to grab a quick bite and go to bed myself. All right. So, is there a pod train coming up tomorrow? Just an improv one, or?
There is, funnily enough.
Okay.
Just check out if you download every episode that's ever been.
Yeah.
And diagnose the first letter of each word I spoke, and that'll give you a little clue. So download it.
I have no idea what you just said.
Marketing. That is the best marketing I have ever seen. Go to each episode and the first letter of every. So that means we got to download each of his 3 episodes. I thought you were after 3 or 4 shows. You were going to tell me you were having a best of.
No. There's no best of on fucking podcast train, mate. I'll tell you what you see is what you get. Yeah.
Yep.
You might have listened to fucking Metal Thunder Radio, Cave Crew Radio, Sunday Night with Al Bollocks and all that shit.
I wanted some show name. Sunday Night with Al Bollocks.
If you haven't heard Podcast Train, I'll tell you what, kill yourself. That's it. Don't download it, kill yourself. If you haven't heard it, kill yourself. Yeah?
Oh my God.
Yeah? Because I'll tell you what, it's the best. Podcast Train, Choo Choo fucking Stew. Yeah?
I know I've been on it, so I must...
Yeah.
I have not been on. I've not been asked.
No, you haven't been asked because I'm saving you till last. Because I'm having a summer siesta, and I was going to ask you very shortly.
Okay.
Ironically.
Who's first, Mama Kate?
No, yeah. Yes. She's coming up next. She don't know fuck all about it.
You should tell Big B that you have a very special show and you want to talk about relationships and people that have been married a long time. Then you can have Mama B on the show at the same time.
I would like to have her.
And then he'll just be gushing over Mama B, apparently.
Yeah.
Stu has never done video before your show. You got to tell Mama B that Stu has a crush.
Oh, yeah.
If you've never taken podcasting seriously, dear listener, then you must listen to the Podcast Train because it's serious and it's every listener counts. So
and you're sober.
If you want to be number 12, then download my show. Yeah.
And Stu's downloaded 11 times so far.
I have, yeah.
No, I have listened to the show. I'm just
ladies and gentlemen.
The sex operator
I
was.
don't care, man.
Can you hook us up with the sex operator?
I would
Sex operator
rather
was great.
walk up to Big B, masturbate in his ear, than you download the show.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're even losing me.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. To me, I have to go back personally, folks, and listen to this show. And if you're listening on demand or podcast, you've already listened, but I've just been here doing the show. But so far,
if you listen,
the gypsy, the break into the allotment, Mrs. B, he wants to go behind Big B with bacon fat, and he's imagining Big B masturbating in his ear. And this is all in one show.
My dream is to walk down those stairs behind you. What the fuck's up those? What I want to know is up.
You're gonna have to come here to see what's up those stairs, and I guarantee they're steep. You're gonna fall down.
Some kind of weird fucking setup there.
Jason Marshall will remember this. I guarantee he will. Is when the time Stu sang a love song to Big B on air. And I think that's right before he disappeared.
That was right before he disappeared.
Yes, his sabbatical is because he needed time away from you and Mama B, because there's something going on. I'm gonna start a new podcast about conspiracy theories on this show.
We could.
And then I'll be Bo Buckle on Sunday nights or whatever he called me.
I must say, and I wanted to tell you earlier, but I forgot till Stu drunkenly brought up your.
I'm not drunk. No.
Yeah, you're perfectly sober. Sure.
Listen, there's nothing worse than calling a drunk person drunk.
Right. The perfectly sober Choo Stu, bringing up your house.
I'll be knocking on your door, mate. Yeah.
You know what? He's probably going to be at our door at 6 a.m.
Stop worrying.
I can't wait for Stu to show up at my house.
Doctor, I'm telling you.
But I was gonna say I like what you do the Facebook Live like a half hour before the show. I like seeing the behind the scenes of your area. For some reason, I'm just very interested in what goes on in your area. I like seeing the behind the scenes.
Are you talking about DK or me?
DK when he does the Facebook Live like a half hour before the show. This week I saw the two computers going on. I saw different angles of where he sits and all that. I don't know why. I just find it interesting.
So you're one of those people that watches those house renovation shows.
Absolutely, I do.
I'll tell you what. Next week on Facebook Live, I will take you through an entire walk of all 3 floors.
We want to see the fridge where your beer is sitting.
I know there's no room. I have a very small fridge, so that's I'm the lowest on the totem pole. That's why I'm in the cave. Right? I don't get the fireplace on the main floor with the high definition TV. I mean, Jake, we do have a 52-inch TV down there, but that's basically my son's. I might occasionally get to watch a show, but usually I watch a black and white TV that I get up and change by hand with rabbit ears. But I will take you on a tour.
I can't wait.
Yes. These are things that should be paid on Patreon.
I firmly agree that these are things that should be on like a pay-per-view. The behind the scenes stuff should be on pay-per-view. And I think actually we should be talking about this off air, but regardless, I think we should all do some behind the scenes Facebook Live stuff that should be pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like I'll do one like in my studio and walk everybody around what goes on behind here, and Stu does the same thing. You do the same thing.
But trust me, what you're going to see behind me is a washing machine. But whose house I really want to see is Stu's.
I absolutely want to see Stu's house
because I think there's like I think he has doors behind bookcases. and shit like that. Like
I think he has a 72-room mansion.
Yeah, I think that Stu makes it look like he lives in a small house, but it's one of these that has like a Bastille in the basement, you know, like a dungeon.
I think he's in the servant's house right now.
Yeah.
We have a whole other house that he lives in that we don't know about.
Yeah. Like, you know, there's really nothing to see here. I live I'm not, you know, going to food banks, but you're not going to see fancy gold-plated, you know, faucets in the bathroom or anything.
Right.
You'll probably see a towel lying in the tub because I got no maid. But Stu's house, I'm thinking like maybe the Indian guy is his butler.
It's very possible.
And maybe he just goes over to the house, which he actually owns, like the little, you know, we call it a mother-in-law house, right?
Right, yeah.
And he goes over there and he's on his own property as a man. You know, it's not the guy left him the key. That's bullshit. After what'd you say, almost 3 years we've been doing this show, I think I'm finally starting to catch on now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been chatting to the neighbours tonight.
I was going to say, if you look over your left shoulder.
I know, I see him. He wants me. Bring us like, can you make me pancakes and a smoothie?
I'm going now. I gotta go to bed.
All right, we gotta go.
All right.
I gotta bed.
Stu's juice is loose.
Stu's juice is loose.
And only people like Jason Marshall and I know I'm going to go back on TuneIn, and there's going to be people that are afraid to go and chat. All you people that have listened and all you people on podcasts are going to really understand that the title is more than just Stu's juice, because we talked about another juice as well. Stu, are you just going to like use those flags as a blanket? Because that's sacrilege to the Canadian. Yeah. Don't you dare grab the Canadian one, you son of a bitch. The American one's much warmer.
Oh,
he loves himself some Canadian flag.
That's like, oh my gosh,
that's beautiful.
Now he's turning into a fucking burqa. All right, I'm good. You okay, boys?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, good man.
Next week, do you have Friday off next week too?
I don't know.
So if he's working Friday, folks, we'll see a much more. You know what though? Before we leave, Big B, one last thing.
Yep.
Notice how much better he is at his technical stuff when he's wasted.
Oh yeah.
I'm not wasted. I've only had a couple of shots.
You ever notice how much better he is at his technical stuff when he's not working the next day? He hasn't gone off camera other than a pee break. He hasn't, you know, his camera isn't blacked out. He hasn't.
Yep.
I think you should be like this more often, Stu. I think it's the ideal you.
And I don't know what changed. And I wasn't here last week, but I'm assuming it's going the way it is today. And the past couple of weeks, no internet issues. He's been aside from him, you know, leaving the camera on and us watching an empty seat.
That was the best.
But the internet was still running. The audio was still running. There's been no technical issues for the past few weeks.
I think it's the baby blue headphones.
I think so.
Lucky headphone.
All right, kids, we gotta go. I gotta see what's going on there.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!